One of the world's finest luxury brand owner, Bernard Arnault oversees an empire of 70 brands, including Louis Vuitton and Sephora. When it comes to the world of luxury, perhaps no one is more successful than Bernard Arnault. In today's episode, we will look at how he built the biggest and the most popular luxury brand, LVMH. It is known that Arnault starts off his day at 6:30 a.m. by listening to classical music, scanning industry news, and texting family members and brand chiefs. By 8, he's in his office, where he stays as late as 9 p.m. Once in a while, he will take a 20 to 30-minute break to play piano. Arnault built his fortune over the span of almost 4 decades, amassing a luxury goods empire that includes some of the best-known names in fashion, jewelry, and alcohol. So, how did it all start? Young Arnault was always trying to have fun. He was known by many as someone who didn't take school seriously. One day, it all changed. After coming home, the 10-year-old Arnault found out that his grandfather had passed away. He saw his grandmother in tears. Even though he was only 10, he wanted to help her out. He told his parents that he wanted to move out of the house and move in with his grandmother, who lived across the street. Young Arnault's first love was music, but he didn't have the talent to make it as a concert pianist. Instead, after graduating with a degree in engineering, he joined his father at the construction firm founded by his grandfather in Roubaix. By the time he was 25, his father handed him the business that he ran his entire life. At the time, the company had 1,000 employees working strictly in construction, but Arnault realized the potential of what he could do with the business and started planning company's growth. In his 20s, he started to make big changes. Everyone working with him thought he was crazy, as he wanted to move out of construction and get into real estate. Not only was he changing the focus of the company, he was also getting ready to go international. First place he thought of was New York. Arnault wanted a French brand with international reach. When he arrived in New York, an exchange with a New York cab driver planted a seed that would grow into LVMH. Arnault asked the cabbie if he knew who the president of France was, to which the driver replied, "No, but I know Christian Dior." Arnault realized the power of a brand. By the time he got home, he set a goal for himself to run the world's largest luxury company within the following decade. He starts looking into Christian Dior. Arnault knew that building a brand from scratch will take a long time, so he discussed his plans with the loved ones. Instead of building something from the ground up, he wanted to acquire other brands. Everyone told him it's a crappy idea, but for Arnault, this was the only way to make his dream a reality. So, in 1984, the 35-year-old Arnault noticed that the luxury company Christian Dior was for sale. With no experience in luxury, he decided this was it. Christian Dior was for sale for $95 million. Its parent company, Boussac, had gone bankrupt, and the French government was looking for a buyer. But Arnault was lacking funds. He managed to get $15 million from his family, and the rest, $80 million, was borrowed from Lazare Frères to purchase Boussac. Little did he know, this was the beginning of one of the world's biggest fortunes. Arnault took on the task of reorganizing the company to bring in profits. One of his strategies was to zero in on luxury goods. At the time, according to reports, he made a pledge to revive operations and preserve jobs. But instead, he fired 9,000 workers and pocketed $500 million, selling off most of the business, focusing solely on luxury. Critics recoiled at his brazenness, which seemed more American than French. The media later dubbed Arnault the wolf in the cashmere coat. In 1987, he was invited to invest in LVMH by the company's chairman, Henri Racamier. Arnault chose to invest through a joint venture. Within 2 years, the company had turned around. This success easily made up for his initial investment and encouraged him to begin one of the largest buying sprees in business history, a brand of luxury. Since Dior, the French businessman has acquired over 70 luxury brands under the now famous holding company LVMH. Over the next couple of years, he continued to buy shares in the company. After taking over LVMH completely, he fired several of the company's top executives and chose to recruit new talent. Today, he is known for his bold moves, a tough taskmaster who builds a reputation to quickly terminate employees who do not deliver. With a keen eye for detail and quality, Bernard Arnault continues to grow his brand across the world, and his company continues to lead the way in creating innovative products that people truly find irresistible. (2021), the year of uncertainty. Bernard Arnault managed to do the biggest luxury brand acquisition in history, a $15.8 billion deal to buy American jeweler Tiffany Co. After that deal, the French businessman had become the richest man in the world. Although he had remained there for no more than a couple of hours, he was at the top. Arnault is a man who works Saturday by visiting his stores just to rearrange bag displays. He is someone who gets down to the ground by visiting as many as 25 stores to make suggestions to clerks on the upcoming trend. Until next time, have a good one.